मेरा स्पीड में जाना है। मांग में था। हाँ?
బాబు సిగ్నల్ వస్తుంది ఏడికి వస్తుంది మంచిగా ఈడికా ఓకే
Hello, good evening. Am I audible?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. I expect all of you to respond. I don't want this class to be one way. Please, let's make it interactive.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Very good evening.
Good evening. How are you all? Yes, this is a good way. Even if you don't want to speak, you can write in the chat box. All right. How are you all?
We are fine.
Okay. Great. I'll tell you a little about myself before we begin. As I said, I am Avni. I am a research scholar. I am working in stylistics. I have done my graduation, my English honors from Kurukshetra University. Then I did my post graduation, masters in English from Ferguson College, Pune. Then I cleared my UGC NET exam in English. After that, I did my postgraduate certificate in the teaching of English from English and Foreign Languages University, Hyderabad. I'll tell you about this course. It was a very interesting course, a life changing course, actually. Then I also did my PGDTE, postgraduate diploma in the teaching of English from the same university, English and Foreign Languages University, Hyderabad. I would actually love to hear from all of you and know where you all are from, what you're doing in your lives and everything, but I don't think that's possible because then we'll lose a lot of time. Right? I'll tell you why I'm doing this course. So I personally studied phonetics for the first time for my PGCTE course that I did after my master's at EFLU. It was a distance mode program, and we were sent about 17 to 20 blocks of books covering phonetics, linguistics, practice teaching, principles of language teaching, methods of English teaching, materials of English teaching, such different courses. That is when I first got to know more about phonetics. I knew that there is a subject called phonetics, but we weren't taught phonetics during our graduation or post graduation. However, since it was a distance mode program, we were expected to study phonetics only through the blocks, at least for the first 10 months. And I found it really difficult to study phonetics only through the blocks. And I realized that it was very important for a teacher. I realized the need of a teacher to teach this subject called phonetics because phonetics is all about pronunciation. And if you're not able to interact with somebody, you'll never know if what you're doing is correct or not, right? So that is when I realized how important it is for a teacher to teach us this subject. Then we went for the contact program to Hyderabad, EFLU Hyderabad. And teachers taught us in such a great way that phonetics, a subject that had haunted me for more than 10 months, became almost like my favorite subject. And for us, I think the literature, for us, language and literature student, after having studied uh, literature for so long, phonetics also feels so fresh because it's almost like a science. It does not have a lot of theory, so it is very different and fresh for us. How many of you are postgraduates? How many of you have completed your post graduation in English language or literature? You can just type it in the
Good
chat.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
This year I graduated from IGNU only. Post graduated from.
All right, great. Rest of you, please respond in the chat box. Okay. And have you studied phonetics before this? Do you have any idea about what phonetics is? Okay, a little bit. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you that this is a completely beginner level course in phonetics. It won't cover the advanced topics as I have mentioned in the brochure as well. This is for the people who do not know anything about phonetics or maybe have a little knowledge about phonetics. So we'll start from the very beginning, the very basics of phonetics, right? Yes, it's very difficult to study phonetics online actually, Isha. Isn't it? All right. So we'll start with the class.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have one question.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I did my graduation from Bihar. Actually, I'm staying in Bihar, Patna.
Okay.
And due to the lack of opportunities, I took admission in IGNOU. So this year only in 2025 I got my result, like post graduated from IGNOU. So what should I do? Like in Bihar we don't have lots of opportunities, and I'm that type of person, like I cannot mug up all the things. Like for the UGC net, actually I was unable to crack the exam, and even I haven't filled the form. And when I saw the many things, like none of the teachers are available here, and moreover, if I go for the online classes, there's too a very limited resources are available, and also the teachers who are in the virtual, we cannot contact with them. So it's just a lack of guidance and everything. So what should I do? Like I want to excel in teaching career only. I want to go take my career to teaching field, like either in the school level or in college level. So that's why I am pursuing B.Ed. from a University of Bihar only. So, ma'am, please guide me. Actually, I'm just suffering a lot, not finding the ways.
Okay. Noor, I've understood your question, but what I suggest is that during this time from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., we'll focus on phonetics first, and then you can talk to me personally after everybody has left, or others can also listen if they have similar queries. Does that work? All right. Great.
It's okay, ma'am.
All right. We'll surely talk about it. All right. We'll start with phonetics. Just a second. All right. As I said, phonetics is difficult to be taught and learnt online. However, I'll try my best to explain everything that I know. I am not saying, actually, this is my first class as well. I'm not fully confident. I'm also a little nervous. So please bear with it and we'll learn together. Okay? Let's make it interactive. Yeah. So, what do you know about phonetics? Anybody who'd like to answer? There were some people who said that they have some little knowledge of phonetics.
It is all about sound, the pronunciation, whatever the rules we use to produce a sound.
Yes. Anybody else? Only one
Study
person.
of study of speech sounds, ma'am.
All right. Yes. So phonetics is basically scientific study of speech sounds. Simply put, it deals with how we produce sounds, how we hear sounds, and how these sounds are physically formed. Just that, with the help of various organs, speech organs or other organs. So basically, phonetics is how we produce sounds, how we hear them, and how they're physically produced. These are the three things that phonetics is all about. Okay? Now, before we get into it, I want to ask you all, Why do you want to learn phonetics? Anybody?
For better pronunciation, ma'am.
Okay, yes. And
For the effective communication.
I think you did not understand my question clearly. That are obviously the benefits of learning phonetics, but why do you want to learn phonetics? I mean, I'm sure you all have your busy schedules. Why do you actually want to learn phonetics for UGC NET exam, for your
Just to
masters?
know more about the subject and also for the academic beneficials like for UGC NET and other examinations. Like linguistic was one of the topic given in UGC NET syllabus. So I thought it would be helpful for me.
Definitely, I think I've noticed that in the past 4 to 5 attempts, four to five attempts of UGC NET, I think they have started to ask a lot of questions from phonetics, isn't it? Earlier, this
Although
was.
I haven't given any of my attempt yet, but
Mhm.
I'm too much worried. I don't know why.
It's okay. Others can also speak. I mean, if I'm asking you all to speak, you should speak.
Ma'am, it's a part of the syllabus for lecture exams,
Right.
UGC NET as well.
Right.
So, and
Right.
also part of the teaching career. So, we need to master it, I
Right.
guess. And also,
Right. That's one very practical reason that it's an important part of all the competitive exams that are conducted throughout our career, whether it's UGC NET exam, whether it's an entrance exam for MA, or whether there are any recruitment exams. So phonetics does play a very important role in our exams as well, and otherwise also as English learners and English teachers, I think it's very important for us to have good pronunciation so we can teach our students well, right? So as I've written here, why phonetics? Because spoken language comes way earlier than written language. Even when we talk about literature, if you go to the history of English literature, we see that there was oral literature way before that existed, before literature started existing in written form, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
That's
spoken
so true.
language comes way before written language. So as much as correct grammar and correct usage is important, our pronunciation is equally important. And as I said, that becomes even more important for us as English language teachers. Right? Now, what is linguistics? Tell me. Anybody, what is linguistics?
Study of a particular language.
Study of a particular language. Okay, anybody else?
scientific study of language, ma'am, history.
Right. Not history, not history. Just scientific study of language, which might include its structure, sound, meaning, usage, everything basically. So just
Ma'am,
scientific
why we are
study of
using
language.
scientific way? Why not only it is a way to study
Sorry.
about the language? Why we are using a word scientific always?
Because it is a science, because there are structures, there are rules. It's not just theory that has been set. There are structures, there are rules, and we have to study it. There are fixed fixed rules that we need to follow. All right. So for linguistics, as I've mentioned, we have morphology, syntax, semantics, lexicon, phonetics, and phonology. Now, these are the branches of linguistics. Linguistics is a broad umbrella term under which all these subjects, all these areas. Just a second, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, linguistics is a broader term, and morphology, syntax, semantics, lexicon, phonetics, phonology, all these come under linguistics. We study all these under linguistics. All right? And we should know what all these terms are. Number one is morphology. Morphology studies the internal structure of words. Then syntax, the study of the rules, principles, and processes that govern the structure of sentences. Semantics, study of meaning in language. Lexicon, the various type of words that we use, the vocabulary that we use in either oral or written language. Then comes our phonetics, the study of the sounds of human speech and how humans produce and perceive sounds. Then comes phonology, the sound system, word, accent, rhythm, and intonation. So we are about to focus only on phonetics for this particular course. Okay. So are you all aware of the fact that there are different types of English that the world uses? There is British English, there's American English, and there are different types of English. Now there's an Indian English also. Are you aware of this? Okay. And which English do we prefer as Indians?
British.
British English.
Right. British English. However, so there are different types of English: UK English, American English, Canadian English, Australian English, Indian English. However, now because there are so many different types of English, there needs to be one set criteria that everybody will follow, right? And for us as users of English language, that criteria, that one fixed criteria that everybody is supposed to use is called RP, received pronunciation. Now, this is a variety of English that is spoken by educated British speakers in the south of England. All right? So, whatever we are going to study in this course of phonetics, specifically in this course, we are going to follow RP, received pronunciation.
Ma'am,
Alright.
is it the standard form you are saying?
Yes, this is the standard form that we're supposed to follow.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I am clearly not saying that this is the only correct form. This is just the standard form that most of the people follow, and we as Indians do follow this, as even as users of English language. So we follow RP. All right. This is that one accent that has gained prominence, that has gained prestige throughout. There are books written all over the world, and all the phonetics books only follow RP, received pronunciation. This is the standard that we are supposed to follow. All right. All right. Now, for phonetics, there are three branches of phonetics. Number one is articulatory phonetics. Number two is acoustic phonetics. And number three is auditory phonetics. Right? Yeah. Articulatory phonetics is the one on which we're going to focus the most on this course. It focuses on how speech sounds are produced by the movement of the tongue, lips, jaw, and vocal cords. Right?
Ma'am, I have one doubt. Can I ask you now?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, we have a international phonetic alphabet chart is there, right? So, I mean, is that chart is based on received pronunciation, ma'am?
Yes, it is. We'll discuss it. In a few minutes, we'll talk about IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so I was talking about the sub-disciplines of phonetics. Number one is articulatory phonetics, which focuses on how speech sounds are produced by the movements of various organs such as tongue, lips, jaw, and vocal cords. Yeah. Then is acoustic phonetics, which studies the physical properties of speech sounds, such as frequency, amplitude, and duration as they travel through the air. Now, then is auditory phonetics, which investigates how the ear, brain, and auditory nerve perceive and process speech sounds. Now, both these acoustic and auditory phonetics are a little advanced. So for this particular course, we'll focus only on articulatory phonetics, and we'll talk about how speech sounds are actually produced using various organs. All right?
Ma'am, what is the difference between frequency and amplitude, ma'am? Can you elaborate more? Can you elaborate?
Yes, but we'll talk about it a little later. Okay. Right now, we're focusing on uh, articulatory phonetics. We'll talk about acoustic and auditory, but a little later. All right. Yeah. So now the speech mechanism. So we have three systems. I will be sharing the PPT. I don't mind. But for the practice part, I think it will be good if you keep a notebook and a pen with you. I'll tell you when to do that. So yeah, the speech mechanism, we have three systems working together to create sounds. The first one is the respiratory system. I request all of you to please mute yourself. Yeah. First is, so we've all studied these things in, I think in class 10th or something, the respiratory system and everything. And this is a little
Yes, ma'am.
theoretical, and we don't need to learn all these things. We'll focus on the practical part that will actually help us in both usage, pronunciation, and our exams, right? But we'll go through this theory. The respiratory system, the phonatory system, the articulator system. The respiratory system includes the lungs, the bronchial tubes, and the windpipe. Then the phonatory system includes the larynx, the voice box, the Adam's apple, the vocal cords, glottis. We'll talk about it in detail. The articulator system, the nose, the lips, the mouth, teeth, tongue, all these parts. I'll tell you through a diagram. Here. Yeah. So this is the diagram of all. So this includes all the organs that we make use of in order to make sounds, right? Just a second. Yeah. So this diagram we need to study in great detail because this will help us in understanding all the further concepts that we are going to study. Okay? Are you able to see the diagram? I'm not able to see your messages if you're typing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, all right. So starting from here, somewhere from here, with the help of the respiratory system, as you know, with the help of lungs and everything, you're aware of the respiratory system, right? We inhale and we exhale.
Yes, madam. We don't know.
Are you typing something?
Ma'am, you asked me about do you know that respiratory system?
Yeah.
So we actually don't know.
Okay. So, I mean, we should be knowing this, but okay. I'll tell you in just one line. With the help of lungs and our bronchial tubes, we either inhale, we exhale, and with the help of the air that we inhale and exhale, we create sounds. We make sounds. All right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So now here, these are our vocal cords. Can you see this area? We're talking about this area right now. The vocal cords are here. Then there is larynx and there is glottis. Between the vocal cords, there is glottis. All right?
Ma'am, what exactly is the larynx, ma'am?
Sorry?
What exactly is the larynx? What it will do?
Larynx Larynx is also actually called voice box. Larynx is the most important organ that we use in order to create sounds. It is called voice box and it's present in our neck, somewhere here. Larynx is also called Adam's apple. So if you touch your neck here, you'll realize that there is some lump-like structure in your neck. It's also called Adam's apple in males. That is called larynx. Can you feel it?
Ma'am, is that not vocal cords?
No, vocal cords. So this is all connected, right? As you can see here, I'll zoom it. This is all connected. The area is called larynx. Then there are vocal cords, and between the vocal cords, we have our glottis. The structure is called larynx. Then we have vocal cords or vocal folds. And between the vocal folds, we have glottis. Larynx is what protects the airway. Larynx is through which the air from our lungs pass.
Ma'am, vocal cords means the external part you are showing, and larynx is the internal part you are saying. Is that the
Both are internal only, no? Nothing is on the outer. We can just feel it from here. It's a cartilage.
okay, ma'am?
Is it clear?
Ma'am, without learning phonetics, can't we speak correct English?
We can. But that's what we discussed initially. The practical reason why we learn phonetics as English language students and teachers is because it is an important part of our syllabus, our curriculum, and everywhere we go. And we cannot do without it.
Okay, ma'am.
If you
However,
want to
let
be
me tell you,
fluent, what we can
just a
do?
second, just a second. However, let me tell you, whosoever had asked me this question, I mean, you can obviously have good pronunciation without having studied phonetics. However, after having studied phonetics, you'll realize that there'll be a great improvement in the way you pronounce words. It'll be different from everybody else. I can assure you
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, I agree, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody else was saying something. Can we move forward? All right. Now, after this, let's focus on this area. We have our lips. Just a second. Yeah. I think it will be better if we study the theory and the diagram together. It will help in understanding. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that. So there are 4 states of the glottis that we need to understand. Because glottis is that first area, as I said while we were discussing the diagram. Glottis is that area through which the air passes for the first time. All right. So through the lungs, the air reaches the glottis for the first time. And it is the state of the glottis that determines what sounds will we produce. Right? So number 1, we have open glottis. As you can see in the picture. The glottis is open. The vocal cords are wide apart. The vocal cords are not touching each other, right? Can you see it in the picture?
Yes.
To annotate. Just a second. I thought I would annotate and it will be easier for us to understand. Yeah. Can you see that the vocal cords are wide apart? They're not touching each other. So this state is called open glottis. All right? Open glottis. The vocal cords are wide apart as we just saw in the diagram. So the airstream can pass freely. There's no restriction. All right? And during this state, when the glottis is open, we create voiceless sounds. We produce voiceless sounds. And voiceless sounds are the sounds that are produced without the vibration of the vocal cords. Are you able to follow? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes. I'll repeat myself. This is the state of open glottis when the vocal cords are wide apart and the airstream can pass without any restriction. And this is when we create voiceless sounds. And this is a very important question that is asked in UGC NET exam as well, that which sounds are voiceless sounds. So we need to remember that these sounds are voiceless sounds. All right. Now the sounds p, t, k, f, s, sh, th, and ch.
Voiceless sounds.
Written in normal English as well, in order to make it easier for everybody to understand, even for the ones who do not have any knowledge of phonetics. So this is the symbol we use for sh, this is the symbol we use for th, and this is the symbol that we use for ch. We'll discuss it in great detail. But these are our voiceless sounds that are produced when the glottis is in open state and vocal cords are wide apart. Right? P, T, K, F, S, Sh, Th, Ch. And I'll tell you a very easy way to remember this a little later. That is a trick. Next is glottis in vibration. All right. Now, let's go back to the diagram. Now here, had it been something like this, and the vocal cords would have touched each other, then we would call it glottis in vibration. So the vocal cords vibrate as air passes through, creating a buzzing or humming sensation in the throat. Now, keep yourselves on mute only, but produce the sound p and touch your throat from here. P. Say p. Did you do that? Trust me, it's very important. Only then you'll be able to understand. Just keep your fingers here and say p.
We can feel pulsing.
Yeah. And then say d. D. Or say m. 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 Can you feel some difference here? Say sh or th. Sh. These are the sounds that are easily produced. They don't create a humming vibration here. Can you feel it? Tell me, very honestly. However, if you say j, z, m, no, you'll feel that something is happening here. There's a humming sensation in the throat. Can you feel it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to feel it? That is the difference, and all vowel sounds. So these are our voiced sounds. All vowel sounds, and do, j, g, l, m, n, and all these sounds. We'll discuss them. So these are our voiceless sounds, and these are our voiced sounds. These sounds we need to remember. I don't remember which year, but this was a question asked in UGC NET exam. I think in last to last, maybe last to last attempt. That
This year also there were questions about voiced and voiceless sounds.
exactly. See, this is an important area. We need to remember these sounds. That these are the voiceless sounds and these are the voice sounds. And only if you practice, I think for phonetics, as I said, somebody was asking why you're calling it science. One easy answer to that would also be that it requires a lot of practice actually. It's not something that you'll read and get done with. It's not a story that we study in literature. We need to practice these things every day. Only then we'll be able to internalize everything. Right? We cannot go back, keep going back to rules again and again. We need to internalize them, and that will happen only if we practice every day.
Ma'am, how to differentiate between the sound that starts with P and W, ma'am?
Yes, we'll talk about it. This is a very interesting question, okay? And Shashi Tharoor had given a very nice answer to this question. So, ver and were. Look at me. It is ver and were. Ver, were, and were. The VA and van and wow. So what Shashi Tharoor had said was, so you have to kiss your W's and you have to bite your V's. Now you'll be able to remember this always. Did you understand? You have to bite your V. So when you're saying van, you have to do this. Van, vibration, vocal cords, voiced sounds, vowel. However, when you say wow, you don't do that. Wow. Your teeth is not being used.
For W sound, we don't use teeth, madam. You are saying?
Yes. Bite your V and kiss your V. That's what Shashi Tharoor had said. Did you understand? We'll discuss all these sounds in detail. So these were our
A little
voiceless
bit, ma'am.
sounds, and these are our voiced sounds. All right? And you've
I
understood, right?
don't get
The
it,
difference
ma'am.
between how they're
Please,
produced.
excuse me,
Open.
ma'am. Please repeat once.
Okay. So this is open glottis, when the vocal cords are wide apart and airstream can pass freely. That is when we produce voiceless sounds, and these are the voiceless sounds. And then we have glottis and vibration, when vocal cords vibrate as air passes through, creating a buzzing or humming sensation in the throat here. So when you actually produce these sounds, you'll realize that there's a humming sensation in the throat for all vowel sounds and all the sounds that I've mentioned here. These are the voice sounds. Now there's another state called closed glottis, where glottis is entirely closed and there's no passage of air. And this state only happens when we are coughing, when we're having hiccups or hitchki, what we call in Hindi. Right? This is closed glottis, when the air cannot pass, when the vocal cords are entirely in contact with each other and the air cannot pass through. Right? So next time when you're having hiccups, you'll remember this. Okay? This is the state of closed glottis. The air is not able to pass through. All right? And this is how actually you can use your knowledge in front of all your friends who do not have any knowledge of phonetics. Okay, so next time anybody is having hiccups, you can tell them that your that your glottis is in closed state, and they'll be like, "Huh? What are you saying?" All right. Next is narrowed glottis. When vocal cords are brought together, but not so close that they're set into vibration. So for open glottis, the vocal cords are like this. For closed glottis, vocal cords are like this. For glottis in vibration, vocal cords are somewhat like this. All right. Sorry, for narrowed glottis, somewhat like this. That they're close, but not so close that they're set into vibration. So the air is able to pass, but not with the same intensity. So it only produces a soft hissing sound. And this is when we are whispering. Right? Are you able to understand? Tell me, were you able to understand these 4 states of glottis?
Ma'am, any example of this narrowed glottis?
Yes, that's what I said. When we're whispering anything. It could be anything. This is narrowed glottis. Whenever we are whispering, whenever we are gossiping with our friends, we are whispering, right? That is when our glottis is narrowed. That the vocal cords are close, but not so close that they'll feel the vibration. That is when we'll talk like this. This is the state of narrowed glottis. Understood?
Okay, ma'am.
So these were the 4 states: open glottis, glottis in vibration, closed glottis, and narrowed glottis. All right? Any doubts from this section? Tell me. Anyone? No doubts? Or did not understand anything only?
All clear until now, ma'am.
All right, good. Next. You can keep interacting in the chat box actually, that will be good. I also feel better. As I said, this is also my first class. Yes, it is difficult to remember, but we'll practice everything together and we will be able to remember. I'll make sure that you remember. I've kept some time for practice sessions. So with the help of practice sessions, you'll be able to remember. It's okay. Next is another category of sounds: nasal sounds, oral sounds, and nasalized sounds. I'll explain it to you through the help of diagram very easily. Okay. Nasal sounds, oral sounds, and nasalized sounds, right? Just a second. All right. Now from here, can you see the annotation?
Yes, it is clear,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. So when the air is passing through here, it goes from here to here. This is the oral cavity. As I've mentioned here, this is the oral cavity, this is the nasal cavity, this is where our nose is, this is where our lips are, teeth, tongue. So from here, if the air is passing through here, through only the oral cavity, then this area will be shut. And that is when we'll create oral sounds. Just keep listening to me, I'll explain it again. If air is going from here and coming out from our nose, that is called nasal sounds. If the air is going through here, it's called oral sounds. If it's going through here from our nose, it's called nasal sounds. And if what is shown in this diagram as well, if the air is passing through both oral cavity and nasal cavity, they are called nasalized sounds. Okay. This is the nasal cavity. This is the oral cavity. If the air is passing through only the oral cavity, we're producing oral sounds. If the air is passing through the nasal cavity, we are producing nasal sounds. And if the air is passing through both oral and nasal cavity, we are creating nasalized sounds. All right? Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now I'll tell you with example what these sounds are. Nasal sounds are the sounds that are created, that are produced through the nose. So all the sounds m, n, or ng, m, n, g. These three sounds are nasal sounds. Do you know? Are you aware of this sound? This third sound. Can anybody make a word with this sound?
Sing.
Yes,
King.
exactly, exactly.
King.
Correct. So this is the sound. Okay. So these are our nasal sounds where the air is passing only through the nasal cavity, and at this time our oral cavity is shut. All the other sounds in English are oral sounds. Except these three sounds, all the sounds that are produced are oral sounds. There are no nasalized sounds in English. Okay? There are nasalized sounds in other languages, such as ha, ha. Do you all understand Hindi?
थोड़ा थोड़ा मैम.
Okay. So we say no, ha. For yes, we say ha.
हाँ जी.
Yes, that ha. That ha is nasalized, but we don't have any nasalized sounds in English. Now, this can also be an interesting question for you to see in that exam. Out of these sounds, which are nasal sounds, which are oral sounds, and which are nasalized sounds. So you know that there are no nasalized sounds in English, and only ma, na, and ga are nasal sounds, and all the other sounds are oral sounds in English. Understood? Easy? I'm going to ask some of you now to check whether you're listening or not.
मैम मैं
Your voice is breaking.
मैं और क्लास वाला क्या था?
Sorry? Manjula,
मैम ये माँ अंग जो
Manjula, can you hear me? Did she leave? No. Manjula or Isha?
Hi, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes. What are nasal sounds, Isha?
So, the sounds which are produced from nasal cavity,
All right. And at this time, what happens to the oral cavity?
it's shut.
Great. And can you tell me which sounds are nasal sounds? The examples.
Ma, na, and ga, as you told.
It's not g, it's ng. For example, in
Okay.
sing, ng. The combination of n and g is a sound, ng. All right. Okay, now I want Harshit Upadhyay. Harshit, can you hear me?
like 2 minutes.
Harshit? It's okay. Anybody else who'd like to answer? Okay, that is okay. Anybody would like to answer what oral sounds? What are oral sounds? Okay, Harshit.
The sounds which are produced from the oral cavity.
Right, Noor. And what happens to the nasal cavity when oral sounds are produced?
There is a muscles like structure which stops the air to pass through the nasal.
Right, great. Good answer. And do we have any nasalized sounds in English? Anybody?
No, ma'am. Only a word, huh?
That is Hindi. In English, I'm saying.
No, ma'am. No, nothing. No words.
Great, great. So we can move forward, right? This part is clear. All right. Let me just delete the annotations. So this is done. Okay. Now, how much time do we have? Okay. We don't have a lot of time, but let's see.
Ma'am, you have to discuss about the like you has told me that you will discuss few of the steps that improve our fluency and pronunciation.
We will discuss, don't worry. I am not ending the session here. Don't worry. Yeah, so listen, I want to talk to you all first of all before we move forward. Uh, just a second. Your Isha is saying that her trauma from bachelor's is coming back looking at the diagram and articulatory system. Uh, yes, it's difficult, I won't deny, but I'll try to make it as easy as possible for you and as useful as possible for you. I can only say that. But yeah, so we have transcription to do now. Transcription is the most important thing without which we cannot move forward. And I was planning to finish transcription today, but it's already 5:52. So are you willing to give me half an hour more for this? Or would you like me to stop here and take up transcription tomorrow? We can maybe learn voiceless and voice sounds if you don't want to have transcription today.
Ma'am, you can continue. Actually, it's not that too much.
Ma'am, it's up to you. If you have energy, you can continue, ma'am.
Okay, let's go for transcription then. Good. Great. All right. So English, now this you have to remember by heart that English has 44 phonemes, 20 vowel sounds, 24 consonant sounds. This is that one question that you will be expected to know if you tell anybody that you're a student of phonetics or you've studied phonetics. This was a
It
question.
is one of the question of repeated examination also.
Yes, it is the most repeated question in phonetics. Most repeated question. English has 44 phonemes, 20 vowel sounds, and 24 consonant sounds. Okay? Now, this has nothing to do with what we study as English alphabet when we were kids. A, E, I, O, U. These are the only vowel sounds that we are taught of when we are kids. This has nothing to do with that. English has 44 phonemes, 20 vowel sounds, and 24 consonant sounds. Now, what are phonemes? Anybody? Do you know what phonemes are?
Smallest unit of a sound is called a phonemes.
Great. You know everything. Why were you so worried?
No, I don't know everything. Just I have studied MEC for aspects of language for the examination.
Great.
Mm.
So phonetics is, as she said, is the smallest unit of language that we study. So for a word like pot, p is a phoneme, o is a phoneme, t is a phoneme.
Ma'am, we can relate with this like one viched. Now I got it. Now
Yes,
I'm
Yeah.
only it's one
One.
viched.
yes,
We used to do in as earlier classes.
right. In Hindi and Sanskrit also. I have studied Sanskrit. So yeah, basically dividing the word as much as we can. And whatever we're getting is called phoneme. As I said, for the word pot, p, o, t. These are the three phonemes. Right? The smallest unit of language is called a phoneme. And English has 44 phonemes, 20 vowel sounds, and 24 consonant sounds. Now, the next slide is going to be heavy. Please don't get scared. These are the consonant sounds we have. Okay, how many consonant sounds?
24,
24.
Okay.
24.
Total sounds?
20,
Total, I'm saying.
44.
44.
44. 20 vowel sounds, 24 consonant sounds. Keep revising like this. Okay? It will help you.
8 monophthongs and 12 diphthongs.
Right. We'll discuss. But as of now, we'll do consonants. Okay, what we can do is we can do the consonants today and we'll take up vowels tomorrow. Okay? We'll do the consonants today. How many of you are actually acquainted to these symbols?
I left this part. Actually, in aspects of language, there was a chapter named Phonetics, and I have studied only expected questions, and rest I have left. Actually, I was not getting that time.
You do not know this. That is okay. Anybody else? Okay. What is the difference between syllable and phoneme? I was going to take up syllable a little later, but just to address your question, a syllable is that part of the word that we can speak in one go. For example, phoneme. Phoneme. We can divide a word into different parts which we can speak in one go. For the word phoneme, or for the word, give me some other word, between.
Mother.
Yeah, for mother, or let's say between. Between. These are two syllables. An easy way to identify the number of syllables or the syllables in any word is try to understand how many vowel sounds are there. So for example, for the word between, how many vowel sounds?
Ma'am, how many phonemes are there in between?
How many?
How many phonemes are there in between, in the word between?
Ni. You can break it to as many as you want. Ni, mo. This is not a question that you'll be asked anywhere. How many phonemes? Listen to what I'm saying. Syllable and phoneme. For syllables, you have to check the number of vowel sounds. That's what I said. We'll take this up later because we've yet not discussed the vowel sounds.
मैम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं फनीम सबसे छोटी यूनिट है और उससे बड़ी सिलेबल शायद.
बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं. Phoneme, yes. Phoneme, we all know. Let's not go to syllable as of now, Isha. Let's just talk about phoneme as of now. Okay? Phoneme, smallest unit of language. For example, in the first word I've given here, pin, p is a phoneme. E is a phoneme. N is a phoneme. So there are three phonemes in this word.
Okay.
Understood? This is phoneme. जितना भी हम उसको बांट सकते हैं. That is phoneme. Okay. So now, okay. English, as we all know, is a very funny language. Tell me one thing. Okay. Do we have any clarification for yeah, let's just take these two words. What is this? Anybody? What is
Tough.
this word? Huh?
Tough.
Tough. And what is this?
Fine.
And are these two sounds same?
No. F. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
These are
This
same.
sound of
But they're not written in the same way. In the tough, we're using G and H, and in fine, we're using F. English is a funny language.
borrowing. It's because of borrowings like Latin and Greek, different types of
Exactly.
borrowing.
That is true. So, if we do not have in that also shows us how important phonetics is. That if we do not have phonetics, we are only guessing the pronunciations. Now, there is another word called anybody.
Low.
Yeah. So now I can call it pluff also. How I'm saying tough. Right? I can call it pluff. No? For cat, I'm I'm saying it cat. But for the same I can say give me some word.
Ma'am, PUT and CUT.
Sorry?
PUT and CUT.
Yes, exactly. Now this is put and this is but. I can call it put and but also. Right? So if there's no phonetics, we are only guessing the pronunciations. And in order to have a standardized pronunciation, we have phonetics. This is exactly why phonetics is important. Because of the confusion that is there in our language. Right? In order to avoid this confusion, we have phonetics. And we have all these standardized symbols that we are supposed to use. All right? So we have to remember these symbols. This is per, very easy. For pin, very easy, simple. It's the same as our normal English. For bin also, it's the same. Bin. Please stop me if you're tired or not able to understand anything. Then for tin, same. Same as normal English. For din also, the, normal English. For kin, ka, normal English. Again, for go, it's a little different. So this is obviously the typed format, but
Gamma, I think. Symbol gamma.
this is how we write go. We don't call it G, we call it go. P, B, T, D, K, go. Understood? This much is clear?
It's like Hindi pronunciation, like
Yes, because we're talking about the sounds here. We're not talking about the alphabets. We're talking about the sounds. So p, b, t, d, k, g. K ka, if you're talking about the word kin, k becomes ki only when e sound is also added here. Otherwise, it's the sound k. So we're talking about the root level, the phoneme. The phoneme is k. Next is chin. For ch sound, we say this. So there's a small t and this F-like structure. This we have to remember. Okay? Then for jin, we have d and a Z-like structure. All right? Is it too heavy? No, I can keep
it is
moving on, right?
it is a representation of a small letter. Ta after T, that symbol, whatever you can say, integration symbol.
These two make that one sound ch.
Actually, I'm just confused. These symbols are used in maths and physics also.
No, no, no,
That is,
don't go there. Do not go there. Do not go there. Yes, a few symbols are overlapping. Then there's this theta symbol also we'll talk about later. But just maybe just use it in order to remember to make it easier for yourself, but do not confuse yourself with that. It has nothing to do with that. All
ma'am,
right?
if we want to write a small t, sound, a small t sound, then we have to give a symbol of F.
No, that is
Then
for
what is that?
ch. Simple t is this. This is simple t. This is simple t. However, for ch, small t, and this becomes ch.
Now I
Please,
got it. For this
Sabha ma'am,
symbol,
please, Sabha ma'am, there is a lot of scientific reasons are there. It came centuries onwards, so we can't say like that. It should be like if. So there are some cultural backgrounds. Kindly give others to speak. That ma'am should speak because ma'am want to say something. If you have any doubt last you can ask whatever you note down your, because if we always if stops ma'am, she cannot say what she want to reveal or explain. Please, I request all the group members, if
All
you
right.
have real that great doubt that if it has that importance now you can, but if it is not, later ask. You ask later, please.
All right. All right. I'll give you time to ask me questions. Okay. So this is clear, I hope. P, B. This is normal T. Then we have D, K. This is how we write G. And this is how we write Ch. Ch is clear, I hope.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Then we have Jin, J, J sound. J sound. For J sound, this is what we're supposed to do.
D3.
Right now, I think I'm pretty sure. I think it's all very strange for you. But when we practice a few words, you'll get used to it. Then we have m, same as our normal English. Then we have no. Then we have this sound. Acha, chalo. Question time. Which sound is this? Nasalized, nasal, oral.
Nasal.
Nasal sound.
Correct. See, you're remembering.
Nasal.
You are remembering things. Which other sounds are nasal sounds?
Ma and na.
On the
Correct. So you're able to remember. So this is our ng sound. We're adding a tail to no. Right? Then we have f, same as normal English. Then we have v. V. What are we supposed to do to this v?
Bite or wheeze.
Yes, so we're supposed to bite it. Exactly. V. V. Okay?
excuse me, ma'am. If someone has a problem, they can speak. But why the people is having issues? If they don't want to speak, they can mute themselves and be a passive listener.
It's
If I'm
okay.
not getting some points,
It's okay.
I have
I'll keep giving you time after every few minutes to ask me any questions. It's okay. It's okay. Then we have everybody has different learning styles. All right. We cannot comment on anybody's learning styles. It's okay. Then we
I
have
think literature is about we in literature we need to discuss something, then only we can get it. It's
right.
not like we are and
Right.
we are just looking at a movie and we are getting the
It's
things.
okay. It's okay, Noor. Calm down. Focus on this right now. It's okay. Then we have f, same as normal English. V, we discussed. Then we have th. Now, as you were asking, This is that theta sound, if I'm correct. I was not very good at maths. If I'm correct, this was the theta sound, right? The symbol for theta. Yeah. So this is the symbol that we use for the sound th in words like thin. Then we have this, the, for words like then. This, and we do this. This becomes the. Then same as normal English for sir. Then same as normal English for the. And for sure, we have this. This is also the symbol that we used for ch. For ch, we had used this, right? So this is that symbol that we use for sh. All right. Next is je, pleasure. Now this is the symbol that we use for je, and this is also the symbol that we has used for je along with this
D.
in words like gin. Am I right?
D.
Then we have, then I think are simple. Alright. For her, we have the same as normal English. For lo also normal English. For ro also normal English. And for your sound, we have this jaw-like structure. Jaw. But it's actually pronounced as yo. Written as jaw, pronounced as yo. Please remember this. At the end of this lecture, I'm going to ask you a question related to this. Written as jaw, pronounced as yo. All right? Then wo. What do we do to our wo's?
Kiss our W's.
Yes, we're supposed to kiss our W's. So we do not use our teeth for W's. So similar one for wo. Same as normal English. Now I'm giving you time to ask me questions. Go through this chart again and ask me questions. Then we'll do a few words which will help you internalize all these symbols. Go through this chart for a minute or so and then ask me questions.
मैम इस वाले चार्ट की पीडीएफ ग्रुप में
हाँ,
आ
I'll
जाएगी
give you for sure. That is not a problem at all.
Done.
Everybody, please go through this whole chart. Should I send you a picture right now? Thank you, Anu. Hepsi, what did you not understand? The difference between?
Ma'am, why they are not arranging in a systematic way? Why pin pa is given earlier than cha?
This is not Hindi.
But
Don't-
basically,
Hmm?
this sounds like a, like if you take the example of alphabets,
Hmm.
then there's two cha matlab C comes first then P.
Sorry?
The alphabet C comes first earlier than P. Then it is
Where?
not like
Where is it written? Are you talking about Hindi again? Ka, cha, ta, ta, pa. And that's also just one way to remember the Hindi alphabets. There's no such thing as that comes before that. We're already aware of all these sounds, that these sounds exist. We're already using these sounds. Just chat.
क्या मास्टर जी?
You are not able to understand j, and z pronunciation. All right. Good question. I'll explain. So first one is j here. And yeah, that's what. We're not supposed to learn them in sequence. We're not supposed to learn them anyway. Aren't we already aware of these songs? The sounds. We're already using these sounds, right, to make words. Then, Hepsi, I'm addressing your doubt. All right? Yeah. Then we have this sound and we have this sound. This is your question, right? Hepsi, can you speak? It'll be easier. All right. Yeah. So this is J. Jin. Give me another words with J. Normal J sound. Joy.
Jar.
Yes. Jar. All right. Now for this sound, we use the symbol this. These slashes we are supposed to use whenever we are writing any phoneme. We use these slashes to cover and to protect our phonemes. Okay? Then we have zip, zebra. Any other word with z?
Zeal.
Yes, zeal.
Xerox.
This is normal z.
Ma'am, Xerox.
Yeah, Xerox also. This is the same as normal English. Then we have je, pleasure. Now, if you speak these words, gin, pleasure, there's a difference in these sounds. Je, 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 je. With je, we have gin, joy, jar. Don't go by the spellings, okay? It can be je, it can be j, it can be anything. Talk about the sounds that we are producing. Gin, jar, joy, same sounds. Pleasure. Give me another word for this sound. Je. Anybody? Any other?
Leisure.
Ma'am,
Yes.
J with dot, we denote the sound with D3.
Yeah, this sound. Oh, sorry.
In Hindi, there is, I'm just writing to
Don't
for
talk about
my,
Hindi. Don't talk about Hindi. Everybody does not know Hindi here. People will get
ma'am,
confused.
for me, J with a dot, like Jahaj, we used to write J.
But please don't talk about Hindi as of now because I'm
For
sure.
that, which symbol we use? D3 or Z?
Sorry. For
For that, we use which symbol, like D3 or Z?
it's which sound are you talking about?
J, J. Joy.
For joy, this one. For normal j sound, for the Hindi users, for normal j sound, we use this. All right. Then for pleasure, or yes, somebody said measure, we use this. This is the difference between j, z, and j. J, z, and j. Yes. For people who understand Hindi, j and z. All right. Any other doubts
हाँ कर ले तो कोई
in consonants? Anybody?
Ma'am, simply she's asking about we pronounce word jameen, jameen. एक होता है zamir.
I explained it, no? For j, it's this sound, and for z, it's this sound.
I am a bit confused about th and the. Like th as in thin and
Okay.
the in then.
Okay. Should I erase this one? The annotation? The difference between z, j, and j is clear. Then we'll move to th and the. All right, I'm erasing. So we have th and the. This is th and this is the. Thin the.
in thought to
So this sound, which is the same as the theta sound, theta symbol, this sound is th, thin, thought, th. This sound is the, des, the, then. If Hindi speakers want to know, this is th and this is the. We can discuss more examples with th and the. Anybody?
Thor,
Sorry?
Thor.
Anu is writing Thomas. Tell me, Anu. Achha, now we'll do this activity, okay? You'll give me words and then tell me which side should I write, left or right. For Thomas, Anu, you wrote this word Thomas. Tell me where should I write it, left or right? Should it come
Left.
here? Huh?
Left.
Exactly. Give me more words.
Thames River.
Orange.
Yes. Yes.
Theory.
Theory will go where, left or right?
Left.
Okay. Then think will also come here. What, you don't like the sound the or what? Nobody is giving any word with the.
मैम इसके माइंड में नहीं आ रही
They. What else?
they them then
Yeah. Them. Theirs. So you understood the difference between th and the, right?
Yes.
This. Correct. Who had asked this question? Is it clear now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Any other doubt in the consonants chart?
No, ma'am.
No? Are you sure?
Just we need to do practice. That's
That
we have understood, but we need to do practice.
That is right. Actually, now, since we haven't done the vowels yet and we don't have any time left to finish the vowels do take a lot of time. We'll take our vowels tomorrow. I'll just ask you one question before we end this session. Yes, consonants are easy to comprehend. Correct. So there is a word, queen. Tell me, which sound will we use for this? Which symbol out of this?
K, sound.
Anybody else? Queen. Anybody else? Yes. You're right. Go. Okay, next. Tell me.
J like letter.
Exactly. Who said this? Tell me your name.
Srinivas.
Great. J like letter. Now this is a very confusing one because it looks like it's a vowel sound, but this is what we use. We'll take up the vowels tomorrow, but this is how we start this word. All right. For year, we use Joe like symbol. Understood? Everybody. Does
मैम
anybody
जे
have any opinion on this?
मैम जे कैसे नहीं आया समझ?
So that's what we discussed, no? Look here. For this word, yet, we have the sound yo. And the symbol depicting yo looks like Joe. It has nothing to do with Joe. It just looks like Joe.
हाँ बट क्वीन में तो क्वी क्वी वी का साउंड आ रहा है मैम क्वीन में तो जे कैसे मतलब या का भी नहीं आ रहा
Queen.
क्वीन या
Just a second. Sorry, I am so sorry. Just a second.
That's a wa sound, queen. Wa.
Right. I am sorry. For queen, you're right. I'm so sorry.
So it means we have understood.
Yes, you have. Looks like I haven't. So tell me, this is the word I was supposed to ask you. Tell me for this one. Q.
Then we will write at the place of W.
Exactly.
J.
Exactly. Now you've understood very well.
Ma'am, we can keep 2 words or 3 words all together in a one bracket.
Yes, that you can. I'll tell you. When we finish the vowel sounds, we'll talk about the whole words. We were supposed to finish vowels today, but since it was the first class, we had to talk a little before starting the lecture.
Ma'am, how many classes you are going to take in this course?
See, I don't want to be very rigid on that. I am planning on maybe 3 classes. And I want, sorry?
Ma'am, only 3. It would be helpful.
Yes, but if you're, whatever I've planned, if we're not able to finish in 3, we'll take maybe 4 or 5. I'll finish whatever I've planned. That's what my point is. I'll finish whatever I've planned.
मैम एग्जाम के लायक
Ma'am,
हमारा
ma'am, give us some.
Exam, at least itna, if you're able to understand Hindi, itna मैं करवा दूंगी कि you'll never be getting any phonetics questions wrong in any of the competitive exams that will sit.
हाँ बस इतना इतना चाहिए मैम
हाँ, उतना ही चाहिए.
You'll
Ma'am,
not
if you don't
get-
mind, will you please suggest me some options like after masters and being a English student, like I have studied post graduation. I have completed my post graduation from English only. So after that, apart from UGC net, what other options should I go with? Like pursuing PhD is a hectic and time taking, and everyone can't get that much time, like 4 to 5 years. And I have very limited time available, like 1 or 2 years. In
I'll
that
talk
only I have to do.
to you exactly in like 2 minutes. I'll talk to everybody and ask them to leave if they want to. Just 2 minutes again. one thing I'd share that I accidentally joined the group. What is that? I just saw a chat related to phonetics having a link. With great pleasure, I'm say that I've joined a wonderful platform. I'm really glad that you liked the lecture. What I'd like to add to this is please stay connected with me till the very end, till maybe it'll take 3 to 4 days maximum. And I promise you, I'll ensure that you'll definitely learn something new and you'll be able to answer the phonetics questions very easily, whether it's UGC NET exam or any other competitive exam. Just stay till the very.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Any other doubts related to this? We'll address this first. Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, is this a certificate course?
No, it's not a certificate course.
Yes, ma'am.
I am just an individual willing to share whatever I know. That is it.
But it is useful, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Good to know.
And I personally feel like when there is a online classes, we cannot interact with teachers, and that bored me, and I was unable to cover anything from the online medium. Whatever I do is from the chat gpt or something from the uh, books or anything else. But this was a really good session. Actually, I was able to ask the questions whatever I haven't understood. That's a great thing. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm glad you could do that. Anybody would like to say anything? Any questions? No? All right. All right. I'm sorry for taking half an hour extra. Yes, I'll share I was supposed to attach, maybe I forgot, but I'll share the images of the different states of glottis in the group. All right, Yasha? I'll share it right after the lecture finishes. All right, you can leave. Noor, you can stay here. We can talk. Everybody else can leave if you want to. But yes, Noor, you want to get into college teaching, right? Or school teaching?
Yes, ma'am. In a teaching field, first of all, as I'm not that much aged and I'm just post graduated and I haven't taken any job, so my age is not that much. So if I want to set my career before 25, just one or 2 years, in between 1 or 2 years. So what steps should I do? Like I'm pursuing B.Ed too, and this year it would be completed in the month of September or October, I guess. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first of all, it has become very difficult to establish a career in teaching these days. It used to be easy earlier. It's not anymore. It's very difficult. Number one, if you want to get into school teaching, first of all, you have to sit and decide whether you want to get into school teaching or college teaching. For school teaching,
Ma'am,
you
if I will interrupt here. My dream is not like that. I want to go in college only. No, it is a time taking. I also know I have just got through, like when I have gone through lots of things like Google. So a few people's they all are saying that you have to do PhD, and after that it is not that easy that assistant professor would vacancies would be there or not.
right,
If you
right.
crack UGC then also you have to wait many years. So first of all, I'm targeting for the school level.
Okay. So for that, you have to do your B.Ed. Are you doing your B.Ed?
Yes, ma'am. Just pursuing my B.Ed. This
Yeah,
is my last year.
after this, I think you'll be able to apply for various government exams as well, like CTET or whichever state you belong from. For Haryana,
Yeah,
I'm from Haryana, we have this exam called HTET here.
ma'am.
You can,
I'm from Bihar. Yes,
then
ma'am.
you'll have to check. I think every state has their own exam, and
TRE.
there's a common exam also for the national level. And you can also, so yeah, you can sit for these exams if you want to get into a government job. If you want to, that's what I would suggest, that you should just start somewhere after completing your B.Ed. What you can do is make a nice resume and email it or personally hand it out to various schools out there. near your area. And you can tell them that whenever there is a vacancy, just let me know and I'll be interested to work here. That's what you can do. And they'll for sure.
Ma'am, ma'am, I have read many things. Like I can speak also, but being a teacher, I want to be a more fluent, more like you can say more the voice annotations and all accents. How can I learn and where? What is the platform name? I haven't got any.
There's no such fixed platform or fixed method or fixed way to or pathway to do that. However, what you can do is only to improve yourself is number one, you can get exposed to the language as much as you can. Maybe talk to people who communicate well in English, or even just start communicating in English with your friends. It's very difficult to communicate in English with your family, obviously, but try doing it with your friends, colleagues, your teachers, and everybody. And then maybe you could watch a few English movies or watch a few English videos available on YouTube. I think there are such great videos of different writers. I wouldn't suggest Shashi Tharoor, but writers like there's an African writer, Chimamanda Adichie, if you're aware. If you're preparing for UGC NET, you must know. There's a writer called Chimamanda Adichie. There are various speeches such as "We are all feminists" and other speeches available on YouTube for free of cost. You should, and there are different podcasts or TED Talks available on YouTube. I think you should watch them and get exposed to the language as much as you can and start using it. You'll get better while you use it. There's no such thing as get get enrolled in a course and once the course is done you'll be able to speak in a great way. That's not possible. You won't realize only how much you're improving while you're using it. So you have to use
I
it. You have to
feel
start.
that North Indians, whatever, whoever the people are from, belongs to North India, they are having a very low level of English communication as because of Hindi societies and all we can say.
Right, because
And
English not exposed to English even as a
yes, ma'am.
second language.
And the people who belongs to a West Bengal or any other state who is not having Hindi as their first language, they are much more familiar with the English. So I
Right,
think
right.
this
Sorry, what?
one has written something a long paragraph. I was just reading.
Yeah, there are a lot of vacancies coming in. Yeah.
But it is not there till TRE 3. It has no vacancies till now. So we are just
Try in other
expecting
states
to
as
have.
well. You do not have to necessarily stay in Bihar. And you can obviously finish your post. You finished your post graduation already. You can clear
Yes,
UGC.
ma'am. It's 71% from IGNOU.
Right. That's very nice. So you can again try clearing UGC net
Ma'am,
exam.
actually, I haven't filled the form for UG Senate,
Try.
and I'm too. It's just because of my some error in my Aadhaar card and mark sheet. The name has a extra space in my Aadhaar card, and while the name in my like I have a name Noot Sabha, and there is no space in between it. But in my documents there is no space, but in Aadhaar card there is a space, and this time it has rejected. This time the process was different, so it got rejected. So I was very worried. I haven't given my examination and yet, and many people have different opinions for usenet, and even none of the teachers are available, and even I don't have any professors in my known that they are qualified for the UGC. And you know the education system of Bihar, it will never change until and unless we want to change.
That's right. But again, that's a very controversial topic to talk about. We won't talk about it here. What I can suggest is look, you've chosen this field, and there's no point in unnecessarily criticizing it. You've come a long way already. You've done your graduation, you've done your post graduation, you're already doing your B.Ed. So there's no point criticizing it unless you want to maybe change your career. If you want to stay in teaching, maybe look at the positives of teaching and look for good opportunities instead of only focusing on what what is what is not there, or the disadvantages or demerits of this career or profession.
Ma'am, apart from teaching, else field we can try? Like for a corporate sector, we need a tech field or a basic understanding of computers and all. It is a totally different one. So
Just a
apart from
just a
teaching,
second. Just a second. When what doubt do you have? Is it related to what we studied today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, we have to write the transcription based on the sound, right?
Mhm.
Yep, I have always this confusion, ma'am, because for example, if you take word schedule, we pronounce it as schedule, but Americans pronounce it as schedule, right? So
Hmm.
how to differentiate the sound? I mean, different countries have different accent and pronunciation. So
We call
how to
it
differentiate the
for
words?
British English. That is schedule, I think. But again, for the exam purpose, I think you need to be correct. However, even if you're using the American pronunciation in general, it's not incorrect. We don't have to be very rigid in terms of what we're speaking when we're talking informally. However, for exams, we need to be correct, and that is, I think, schedule.
Ma'am, and also please tell me about PGDT in IFLU and PGCT in IFLU. I mean, what is the best one to choose if we want to pursue this
We'll talk about
course?
PGCT and PGTT on the last class, in the last class, on the last day. That is there in my mind. We'll talk about PGCT and PGTT in great detail.
just like IGNU, we can do from anywhere, or is it has a home
I
center?
would,
Like
I would suggest eFlow.
no,
Ma'am,
ma'am. Like
I always have confusion. I mean, the starts with a Z and J is there, no? Three symbols are there, no, madam? Letter starts with Z and D, Z, and one is like three. I always have confusion. Please elaborate on this, ma'am.
We just discussed this, didn't we? I'll have to open my PPT again. Do you mind if we take it up tomorrow? First thing that we will discuss is will be this.
Okay, ma'am, it's fine.
Yeah. All right. I think we are late.
Are
It's
you willing to take up more question?
yeah. Tell me.
So I have also completed my master's and I want to pursue my PhD and I want to know how did you choose your area of research?
Area of research. I think there are there are so many things that you need to consider. Primary being your interest, and there are a lot of other things. For example, if I am interested in mythology, I'll maybe go to Research Scholar or Shodh Ganga, or there are different sources available where there are different research papers or research thesis available. I'll go search mythology there, Indian mythology, Greek mythology, whichever mythology I am interested in. I'll do that, and I'll see what work has already been done on that particular topic, and what is the research gap there, what I feel has not been talked about or has not been worked on. That will be the research gap. And then I'll also look at the scope of the university that I'm applying for and the guide that I've been assigned. I'll also talk to my guide. So there are different things that you need to consider: your interest, the scope of the university, then your guide's interest and expertise.
ma'am, there is
Research
one
gap.
topic blue type, something like for the literature students, blue well, blue ocean.
Blue
I don't know.
blue humanities.
Yes, ma'am, blue humanity. What is that?
Blue humanities, wasn't it a question asked in UGC net exam?
No, ma'am. It is just like a research paper. Like some people pursue their
It was
PhD.
asked, but not this year. It was asked in one of the previous year, I remember.
Yeah, blue humanities is, I think it has something to do with environment and cultural studies
It
and literature. I think as much
it
as I
has to do with the water bodies.
water bodies and oceans, right?
No, some people pursue their research in that also. Like they
Yeah,
pursue
so
PhD in humanity.
yeah, so people can. It can be a very interesting topic to work on,
Ma'am,
actually.
if I have an interest in phonetics, I can go with the phonetics also.
For PhD,
Yes, ma'am.
it'll be very difficult and challenging. Only if you're really able to maybe work on phonetics and be an expert in it, only then I would suggest. Because for phonetics, you'll have to literally transcribe each and every word that you're writing in thesis. It's very difficult in phonetics. I am not discouraging you, but since we're only beginning, I think there's a long way to go.
Ma'am, literature or linguistics, which has more career opportunities?
Literature. As of now, literature. Because literature is that one area that I think every university, every college has, and literature and linguistics is limited to a few universities.
Ma'am, ELT is also a support of linguistics, right? So what about ELT, ma'am?
English language teaching is personally my favorite, but I think we're getting late, guys. It's 6:46. I also have to go somewhere. We have time. We can discuss everything tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I'll address all your questions. Don't worry about it. All right? All right. Will
Okay,
you?
ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Somebody's asking, will I continue using Zoom? Yes, I will, because since it's obviously a free course, and Google Meet asked even Zoom, but I was able to arrange something for Zoom. But all these platforms ask for a lot of subscription amount to allow the meeting to go on for more than 45 minutes. So that's not possible. We'll have our classes on Zoom itself. All right. Thank you, everyone. It was nice talking to you.
Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
Good day. Bye. Take care.
Ma'am.
You can leave